Hello, beautiful people. It's day 12, and I'm Nicole, and this is a 30-day series of me sharing with you what is coming up for me on the journey of choosing to live in alignment with my intuition, my heart's call, and my body's wisdom. And today, I'm not exactly sure what one thing I want to share with you, but there's a couple different things coming up in my awareness and my reality as of now. So, as I've been talking about in past videos, there's this really big theme of being in the present moment that's super important and being highlighted to me almost every day, honestly. It's all around being in the present moment, but also being grateful for that present moment and realizing that this is the perfect moment and that anything is possible from this now moment versus trying to reach a future moment and striving so hard to get there that we miss what's happening right here, right now in front of us. So I'm really going into appreciation. And I feel like within the past couple weeks, I've been slowing down more. And as I've mentioned, wanting to commune more with the spirits. So lately I've been talking more to my own higher self, God, source, spirit, but also the nature spirits, and realizing that I am part of nature. I'm not separate from nature, and I'm also part of God. I'm not separate from God. So everything is really happening in divine and perfect timing. And if I can allow my mind to take a back seat and to not force and push things, things are actually happening at a very beautiful pace and in a very beautiful way that my mind doesn't need to comprehend. And something that I heard someone else say yesterday was how inspiration is actually coming from spirit. And when I wrote the word inspiration, I saw how it stuck out that it's an invitation from spirit versus motivation, which is more of this striving to reach a particular goal, a particular outcome, and really pushing hard and being motivated to complete whatever it is. So I'm sharing this with you because when the other person was talking about inspiration coming from spirit, it really spoke to me and reminded me that I am a vessel, I am a channel that is meant to receive inspiration from spirit. And that is an invitation from spirit to go in that direction, to pursue those things. And while doing that, if I'm coming at it from a place of heart center, from a place of service versus trying to motivate myself to create something for my own personal gain alone, that's two different things. That's two different ways of approaching life and interacting with life. And I really like the former, the invitation from spirit coming through inspiration. And I've been doing that within the past couple of days. I actually started attending yoga classes at a new studio. So as you know, I'm dog sitting, and in this particular location, there is a yoga studio 2 minutes away. And one of my friends teaches there actually. And when I saw that she was going to be teaching a class there a few days ago, I realized, oh my gosh, it's so close to me. I want to go check it out. And that was a form of inspiration. Just her posting on her story, me seeing it, feeling that excitement. I believe it was an invitation from spirit because it inspired me to start going to yoga again. I've been taking a little bit of a hiatus, not intentionally, but I just haven't found a yoga studio and instructors in a more traditional way that I really love. I've been doing yoga outdoors, and I'm a part of another group that does somatic yoga, but I've gotten out of my normal yoga practice. So when she posted this on her story, I was inspired to start again. And I went and attended her class, and for the past 3 days in a row, I have actually went to a new type of yoga every day. And I've been stepping outside my comfort zone through this inspiration to try something new. And today, something wild happened. I attended a yoga class from another instructor that I was meeting for the first time. I had no idea what to expect, but it was more of a fundamental class. So we were working on body alignment. And so in this class, I met the teacher when I walked in, and she seemed sweet, and throughout the class I had a pretty direct line of eyesight to her, and so I was watching, of course, what she was teaching, but I also just felt this familiarity with her energy, and I felt almost like a feeling of home or a feeling of family within her energy, which was so odd because, like I said, I had never met her. This was my first time taking one of her classes and only my third time at the studio. And throughout the class, I was listening to her words. I was really taking into practice all of the things that she was teaching us. But more than that, I was having an experience where my energy was feeling resonant to her energy. And at one point, she had us lay down on our bellies with our hands like this in our forehead. I think it's called crocodile pose. And it was just a moment to breathe, center, and bring presence into our body. And I started getting an emotional reaction. It was so odd, but I really have been allowing myself and inviting myself to go into the emotions, like I shared a couple days ago. I'm inviting myself to go deeper, to feel more fully versus running from the feelings out of fear or embarrassment or concern about what others or myself might think in judgment. So I went into it a little bit, but again, we were in a yoga class, so like she was cueing us to move soon thereafter, but I had tears literally welling up in my eyes because this person felt so familiar, and it was almost like she was activating something within me, or a remembrance, or I don't know. It was a really, really cool feeling that I don't have words for. And at the end of the class, I debated if I should share any of this with her, but I was really pulled to, so I did. And I thanked her for the class. I thanked her and told her how much I enjoyed it. And I also shared with her how her energy is so familiar and I really loved her energy. And she said that she felt the same with me. She felt that she had a familiarity with me. And so who knows where this will lead? If I'll see this woman again, I have a feeling I will. But this is just something interesting that's come up out of nowhere. And I had actually a connection with another one of the ladies there. Actually, two other people from that studio before today I had connections with. And so this all goes back to that inspiration that I had to start again, to start going to yoga again, and at this particular studio. It wasn't like I was trying to motivate myself to get back into my yoga practice, although I have been wanting that. I didn't push it until I was inspired by the post that I saw, and it really just felt like the right moment to get back into it. And I'm so glad that I did, because I might not have even went to this studio had it not been for this inspiration. So that's what's coming up for me today. Just dancing with life and really being present in what is and what's coming up, and recognizing how everything that's coming up for me right here, right now, whether it feels on purpose or whether I can understand it or not, is very much in divine order. Because again, I am a vessel for the divine. I am connected to the divine, and I am now doing my best to live in alignment with my nature, my intuitive nature. And through that intuitive nature and following the inspiration, the invitations from spirit, the possibilities are endless. And there are so many beautiful opportunities waiting for us at our fingertips when we can open up our gaze and realize that they are right here in front of us. So I hope that this message was helpful for you and whatever you're moving through in your life right now. I send you so much love, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.